Hey there, Divine Messages 333. I'm Lisa. Thanks for coming back. And if it's your first time, welcome. I hope you come back again. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. And if you like this video, hopefully you'll stick around for the whole message. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share it if you think someone else you know may need this message. Yeah, you'll even leave a comment too. I'd appreciate that. Um, you might even have something to offer another person. So I've been getting this message that I need to put out, and that is that there are people. So okay, I feel like there's going to be two kinds of people that are going to come across this video. People who are doing this and people who know people who might be doing this, okay? If you know someone who could be doing this, if it's all right to share this video with them, I think it would be a good idea. If you're doing this, I don't know if you're going to stick around for the whole message, but here goes. Someone is not happy with the progress that they're making. They're also getting very triggered by a lot of healing. They need to do a lot of healing. They're getting triggered. The person that's getting triggered, it's like they are attempting to heal. They are, but they're really being guided, and they're being given a lot of opportunities to do so, to heal. They're getting there's people coming into their lives that are like presenting situations or relationships where they like they're if they really like embrace this, they embrace the relationships, they embrace the opportunities, they listen to the messages that are being given to them, they pay attention to the signs and actually meditate on these things. They put some action behind it. They put a plan together. They change their behavior. Like, there's healing that can happen. But I'm talking to people, and then some people are actually doing that, right? But I'm talking about the people who get triggered and then easily want to resort to past behaviors, blaming, temper tantrums, finding ways. Like, it's like you might know this person. If it's not you, you may know this person to like, when something doesn't go their way, and that can be in a relationship. Like, maybe relationships aren't going their way, or maybe people aren't behaving in the way they want, or maybe situations aren't happening the way they want, and they're just not sitting well with it. They're just, it's like, if you're around this person, they're like a spoiled brat, kind of. They kind of act like very immature, emotionally immature, and are kind of giving off spoiled brat vibes. Like someone who's throwing a temper tantrum, someone who, I mean, they're not, maybe they're not physically stomping their feet and crossing their arms, but they're definitely giving off that vibe. And so okay, so that's who I'm talking to or talking about. Now they're taking it a step further, and this is where the message is coming. This is where the message comes in. These people are taking it a step further. and they have been looking for ways to have things go their way, take it into their own hands. And that doesn't, there's no limits. That will include if other people are not acting the way they want, if they're not making decisions in the time frame they want, in the way they want, if they're not the one benefiting in a situation, if they're not coming out ahead of others, they are using tactics. They are so these may be spiritual people. Spiritual people. I mean, I'm getting more spiritual than religious. The ones that aren't spiritual are in a very low vibrating, negative frame of mind. And they are willing and seriously contemplating, if not already strategizing and acting on manipulating energy. This person or these people may also be so into their toxicity that they are telling on themselves. You have to pay attention, though. You have to pay attention to what they're saying. You have to pay attention to what they're not saying. There may even be times when they're just about to say something and then they stop. You may have come across that a couple times where they're about to say something and then they're like, oh, or, well, yeah, never mind. Nothing, it's nothing. They were just about to tell on themselves again and they caught themselves that time. But there may have been situations you were in with these people where, let's say they were projecting some negativity toward you, and you're not this person, okay? The one in this frame of mind. So let's say that they're projecting this negativity towards you, and you've kind of suspected this. You know, if you're very spiritual and if you understand how and why people may manipulate energy, circumstances, try to manipulate people, interfere with, you know, they believe they're going to interfere with someone's destiny, blessings, opportunities that they've earned, they've worked hard for. Um, they may just be someone who's, I just lost my train of thought, but if you're not this person, and they're not spiritual, they could be very much into like being like a hater or a frenemy, acting like, oh, they're so supportive. But pay attention, because there's no real follow through. They'll say the words, right? They'll say the words. Sorry if you can hear people outside. There's loud people, but anyway, so I'm not necessarily saying you really need to go hard and protect yourself, you know. I mean, clear your energy. You can do that by going into nature, using the sunlight, rain, water in general, wind, grounding yourself, just being in nature, touching nature, gardening. You can also sage. You don't have to use smoke. You can use sprays, you can use crystals, you can pray, I mean, there's lots of ways to clear your energy. Sound, look up different ways if you aren't sure, or if you have been doing things, it doesn't feel like it's as effective as you need it to be or want it to be. Look into some other things. But so I'm not saying like you really need to protect your energy, because these people are in such an emotional state that they're kind of like sabotaging themselves. I'm also talking about people who are, so they're acting out of desperation, okay? They're acting out of desperation, but they're acting unethically, spiritually unethically. So they may be asking someone for their birth chart. They may, if they know about Akashic records, they may be trying to tap into someone's Akashic records. They may be, and somebody like, I know there's people out there that look up things on the internet and they think like, oh, if somebody wants your birth chart, it's it's dangerous to give it out, and they could put a curse on you and stuff. The thing is that people can laugh about that, but personally, I'm just going to put my 2 cents in for a second here, because this message isn't coming from me. This message is coming from the universe. This message is coming from my spirit guides. To me, it's coming through the divine to me to put out there as a warning, as a helper. Because if you're not the person doing this, but this is resonating because you've been suspecting someone's at least been jealous, envious, hating on you, not really supportive like they are pretending to be. One, this is supposed to confirm your suspicions, remind you to go with your feeling, listen to your gut, don't gaslight yourself. If you don't know what gaslighting is, look it up. But ask yourself, even if this didn't work, do you want to associate yourself with someone who, when feeling desperate because they are not getting their way, will resort to tactics that are not limited, that don't respect boundaries, that are acting in unethical ways? Would you give out your social security number to someone and then say they're not really going to use it because they're going to get caught? Well, ask yourself, why would they even ask you for this information? Why does this person need to know that? Especially, let's say it's like, let's say you are, part of some kind of group. I don't know, some kind of like, I don't know, let's say, let's say you're in a biking group or something, or, you know, or, or let's say that, it's a coworker. Let's say you're on some kind of committee or something, or you're taking some kind of class, and this person comes up to you and they want to know if, they strike up a conversation, they're befriending you, it seems like, right? So you consider them at least an acquaintance. And then they're asking you, They tell you that they're into like astrology or something like that, right? And they're learning how to read birth charts, for example. And they want to know if, what is your sign? Do you know what time you were born? Oh, what city were you born in? So they're trying to like just get a little information. They're not asking you to like straight up print it out and then hand it over, right? They may even say, oh, if you give me your information, would you mind if I look it up and then I can like get back to you and like, tell you some things, because I'm just practicing, I'm just learning, and acting really innocent about it. This person is working on convincing themselves that this is going to work. Instead of putting the energy in to focusing on themselves, working hard, coming up with their own plan, they want to sabotage yours. And they're acting like they're going to help you. It is not ethical. It's not spiritually ethical to be asking someone for this kind of information, or to be tricking someone into getting this information and telling yourself, if you're the one doing this, that I asked, they gave it to me. No, you tricked them. You tricked them. And how you get something is how you will lose it. This person that's using these tactics does not know what they are messing with. And they are asking for a lot of trouble. And what they are projecting out there will go back to them. So if I am speaking to someone who is doing this, I have put out this message in other videos recently. Stop it. Because you're already very frustrated with the lack of progress that you're making, with the amount of money that's coming in, with the lack of love offers that you're getting, or the people that are approaching you, you aren't satisfied with. You are very unsatisfied with what you have. Learn to be happy with what you have. And if you don't like where you are, stop taking yourself there by doing the same thing over and over, or projecting your insecurities onto other people, or trying to manipulate someone's energy or circumstances by being spiritually unethical. It is going to bite you in your ass. If you're not the person who's doing this, clear your energy and stay away from the person you're suspecting is doing this. However you need to do it. Ghost them, distance yourself. I don't know. Meditate on it and go with your gut. Ask your guides. Ask the universe for clarity and guidance. But if you don't detach yourself from that energy and you allow this person to manipulate, and you are not trusting your gut, you will be delaying yourself as well. According to them, you gave them permission. Please take this message seriously, because I really don't want people, this is me talking now, I really don't want people to be delaying their progress, their healing, their blessings. I don't. Even the ones who are doing this, if they could just believe in themselves a little bit more, if they could believe in themselves like they're believing in this other way of getting their way, manipulating, projecting bad energy. If they could just believe even a little bit in themselves, like they are putting that belief in something else outside of themselves, they might start, making some progress. If you know someone has potentially been doing this, they may be talking about looking up spells, looking up just a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Pay attention. Just pay attention. Because this person or these people who are doing this, they are giving themselves away. You just have to pay attention. They are. And there are a large group of people who are using things like spells and witchcraft. And I am not saying, bad things about that. It's intention. It's the intention put behind it. The intention is negative. Good luck. Take it seriously. Just because you don't want to slow your own stuff down, for all the work you've put out there, protect it. See you next time.